Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We have our girl Nyla with us, sitting in here with us today, because we got a special guest we're about to talk to. He goes by the name of Finesse 2Tymes. Welcome, brother.
What's going on?
How's everything?
Everything been all right.
Man, Memphis got another one. God damn, Memphis got another
With
one,
no
bro.
hook. Man got a record with no hook. Top 5, top 3 record.
Damn, bro.
You know what? Nothing to sing on. The only part you got, it's cool when they do it. It's the problem when I do it. F, that's the only hook.
Tell us about the name Finesse 2Tymes. Where that name come from? Because when you hear about finessing in the street, it can be positive or negative.
I can't really just put it on the earth, but like just know it come from like some legal situation
Okay.
that I had to.
Got you.
Finesse out of.
Yeah, so you know, an old school gave me that name because I did it twice.
Word.
I did it back to back. I did it that day, then the next day I did it.
You
again.
said enough, sir.
So-
They handing out Ricos like Memphis putting out rappers. So just relax.
And for people that don't know you, how'd you get into the rap game? Where are you from? Break it down for a little bit, because this is the first time a lot of people are gonna start to know your story.
You know, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? I grew up like on all sides of Memphis, Tennessee, from North Memphis to East Memphis, South Memphis. Spent a whole lot of time, like, you know what I'm saying, in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the average poverty, young kid coming up in and out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Music always been a passion, though. You know what I'm saying? Ever since I was a kid. But I just never knew it could make money. You know what I'm saying? When I was coming, I'm 30. But when I was coming up, there wasn't a lot of money being made in music, but I always knew how to do it, and people always had studios, and so I always was, you know what I'm saying? But got me where I'm at, so.
When did you realize you could make money from it? Was it looking at Gotti, or was looking at Moneybag, or was looking at, you know, who was it that we said, oh wow, this is something I could set a career?
It was when Black Youngster and Moneybag Yo blew for me, like, cause all of us was in a group once upon a time. So when they blew while I was in prison, I was like, damn, it can happen. Like, I can actually go, like, you know what I'm saying? So I got out and did my thing.
Between 14 and 30, how much time did you do?
15 years. 15
years?
Yeah.
Dang. So you got locked up at, what, 14, 15?
No, I got locked up at 14. I got
Okay.
tried as an adult.
Damn.
And ever since 14, from 14 to 18, I went in probably like 2 or 3 times. Then when I turned 18, I finally got sentenced and went and did my time for what I did when I was 14.
They can charge you as an adult at 14?
If you had the type of charges I had.
Which ain't fair, I don't think.
No, it's not. And I want to later in my career be a spokesman for that because I don't even know who I am. I'm 14 years old. Like, you know.
That's wild.
Yes.
Because you're so impressionable, right? And it doesn't allow you to make mistakes.
That's
yes.
right.
Yes. It's not fair because, like, I don't even know. Like, I never had a chance to have a gun license or to be. I was a felon at 14. So it was a wrap for me then. Like, it was over.
And they call the prison system, they say you're going to correctional facilities, but there ain't no correcting going on in there.
No.
Probably made you more of a month.
Nah, but I can honestly say that if you actually take your time and look at things for what it is in there, and you get tired of being there and tired of being around men and being told what to do, and it'll make you get into that mode. Like, all right, I see why they call it correction. Like, if you actually pay attention to it, like, all right, because I got corrected this time.
How'd you come out better and not bitter? Like, I want to know, like, just what triggered you in there to say, nah, when I get out, I'm going to focus on positive stuff.
I believe in you got to be a good follower to be a good leader. So I watched everybody who was doing it, from 50 Cent to Jay-Z to Lil Baby to Bag to everybody. I just glued in and locked in on their career. Like, look how they moving. Like, I went into deep detail with it. Like, they ain't got no whole lot of with them. They moving like this. They moving like that. They ain't responding to no. You know what I'm saying? It's like they just getting their money, taking care of their business. They out the way. They ain't in everybody club. They ain't in everybody. They taking care of their business and they going on. So I'm like, I'm already going home on federal probation. I'm black. You know what I'm saying? The odds against me. I got this talent. I know what I'm finna go do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, what can you do to not come back here? Like, you see what I'm saying? What can you do not to end back up in this situation? So that's how I ended up.
I like that you guys are speaking about your past. I want to talk about
the cuffs.
Yeah, the cuffs. Like, what's that for? Why?
I just told somebody this yesterday. Like, I was in USP Atlanta, and it was infested with phones, infested with drugs, and they ended up shipping us. And when they shipped us, they put us on a bus and shipped us to Berlin, New Hampshire. This is like 15 minutes away from Canada. 28, 29-hour drive in Shane's and Shackle.
God damn.
I'm talking about nonstop. Like you got to eat like that. You got to piss like that. Everything you got to do it like this. So when I finally got to the prison, I had no sleep literally. Like I just slept like this. Like so when I finally got there and they took him out, my wrist was hurting so bad. I was like, you know what? When I get out, I'm gonna bust the emo. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people look at it like, I wonder why he. But they don't understand. Like when I look at these, I remember that. Like a lot of people be like, why you always think about jail? Why you always think about, man, forget that. Nah, this where niggas go wrong at. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to remember when it was messed up. Especially dudes like me. Cause I can't mess up.
So you can't make another bad move.
Can't.
So you think about that before you make that wrong decision.
So I bought these just to remember that. Like remember where you come from. Like so that's my testimony for these. Like a lot of people might look at it as janky, but in my mind, from the universe, this was giving me my focus.
It's a good and bad thing, right? Because we as black people, we turn our trauma into culture.
Right.
You know what I mean? And sometimes, like I said, it's good sometimes to remember where you come from, but then it's also like, do I want to, because it feels like you're celebrating it a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Celebrating the worst times of your life.
Right.
You know?
But I have to. I have to because that's what made me who I am today. I wouldn't be sitting right here with you if it wasn't for the worst times of my life.
Think about it. One time of his life, he spent more time in jail than he was actually outside of jail.
Period.
Which is wild.
I never, and I know we're gonna get to that later, but a lot it's big on the 90 days thing. Like that's why I'm real big on that title because like even with coming up like 8 months, I never been out of jail 8 months since I was 14, 15 years old. No longer than 8 months. So it's passing that time now. So I'm excited. Like so it's like I'm reaching a goal every 3 months that I'm out. Every 90 days I'm like,
yeah.
Now,
You really in South Carolina looking for rainy days. Now I see why you want to be there.
Now, I was going to ask, you signed with Moneybagg Yo.
right.
Was that ever a feeling of, I don't want to say jealousy, but made you think about it because y'all were in a group with each other? So y'all started out with each other. Did you ever think about that or did you think about that? That's my bro.
Because it was like I'm a unity type dude. Like I'm a family oriented type dude. So like when we came from nothing together and I come home and he up, I'm like, oh, let's go. Like
that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
you
like,
on, you better put me on.
Yeah, like you up, like let's go. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna rep it rather on paper or off paper. Like let's go. Like
Do you
know what I'm
regret
saying?
at all like pinning for him?
What you mean?
Like writing for him and stuff like that? A little bit. I know
like,
you
how do you
mentioned
know
it
that?
on.
Nah, it's like coming from Memphis. Like you got to like when you in the booth, you in the studio. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody gonna bounce off everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like you might say this and I might like it. Or it might a female might say something. You might be like, I like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all about bouncing off each other. It ain't literally like just saying I cold-blooded wrote. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we all bounced off each other.
So you ain't like write a verse for Moneybagg and say here.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It wasn't just literally just, you know what I'm saying? Like that. It was just always just we bouncing off each other in the studio.
Y'all had some issues at one point, didn't y'all?
It was real mild though.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was young, I thought it was dead. You know what I'm saying? But as I got old, especially now, you know what I'm saying? And during my 5 years, I was transitioning to being a man. I realized how ignorant it was. Like I realized how young and dumb. Like it was like so. It was. You know what I'm saying? Childish of me on my end. So I made it right mentally in my heart, spiritually, and then I was able to come home and make it right physically with him.
What was the turning point for your maturity? Because it really did sadden me to see you guys like not be on the same page. So I'm happy to see you guys working together again. But what was it for you?
Just being incarcerated and knowing that I had to change a lot of ways, I looked at it like if I'm gonna change one thing, I gotta change everything. Like if I'm gonna do one thing right, I gotta do everything. You can't do right and wrong. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't got no enemies. Can't nobody. If somebody don't like me, they don't like me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have enemies. I don't because it's negative. You know what I'm saying? I try to be positive I can. Like if negativity come toward me, it was from the universe. I'm not gonna put it out there.
Now, question: it's cool when they do it.
It's straight up.
When you do it, it's a problem.
Yeah.
So fuck them.
Yeah.
So what did they do that's cool with that you can't do?
Man, it's so much.
It had to be something that you was like, is this one thing? What was that thing?
It was like, I'm gonna give you an example.
All right.
I'm gonna give you an example. I wear the pink Balenciaga boots.
Okay.
They get on my line. I'm talking about do me dirty. A week later, everybody pop out with the boots. It's cool.
Well, if it means anything to you, I think all of y'all look ridiculous.
Hey, but cool.
You wear the pink
Because guess what?
Balenciaga boots.
When I bought them, I said, these boots finna go viral. I knew it.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So I knew what I was doing when I bought them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, because the internet gonna believe whatever they see. So,
Right,
you
right.
know I'm going with it. But it's cool when they did it. It's a problem.
Yeah.
I got you.
So I'm like, well, is it just because it's me?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so,
You might have been too early.
yeah.
you might
Yeah, I
have been
probably
too
should have let
early.
somebody else do it first.
Word.
But that's usually how it works. That's trend setting.
Yeah, but it's cool when they did it. It was a problem when I did it.
After.
I want to go back to the group, right? Because that's a good story. Because we see in Memphis going, they don't settle beef in Memphis. It feels like if there's a beef between two people in Memphis, it always ends kind of bad. So the fact that you and Moneybagg was able to get back on good terms, I think y'all should talk about that more, man.
Yeah, I mean, we don't talk about it a lot, but in person we do.
Yeah.
We always chop it up over the phone, so we always talking about it and, you know, still reconciling our situation and still getting to re-know each other, re-meet each other. So, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, it's good. Like, we got a lot of big things coming and everything, but yeah, the group was like, we was rocking. Like, it just fell apart. I went to jail. Youngster went one way, Bag went one way. Everybody just, you know, but everybody ended up meeting back later.
That's right.
Meeting back up at
You guys are going to do a joint project?
me and Bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The whole
Y'all should bring the whole
bread
group
gang,
back together. That'd be dope. Because y'all totally in different places.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm all for it. I'm with whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially when it comes to the city, you know what I'm saying? I'm with growth, I'm with prosperity, like, I'm with the positivity side. Like, all the hate and the, I don't like you because he don't like you, and I is feminine, female. I ain't dealing with all that, man.
Hey, I'm gonna do a car show in the city this year in Memphis. I'm gonna bring my car show there this year, I think, sooner than later. I was gonna ask, so you know, you were trending the last couple of days. Your man came home,
Right.
and you blessed him with some cash and
Right.
some kicks, and people were like, "Why not more?"
Right.
So, because he took a charge for you, right?
No.
Oh, okay, that's where it went left. Because they said that he took a charge for
But
you.
that's why I don't respond.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about.
That's why
Yeah.
I don't respond, because people do not be knowing what they talking about. No, when we was incarcerated, I met him while we was incarcerated, and while we was bidding, doing our time together, we was in the cell, and they kicked the door in and got it. He was like, "Hey man, like, you finna go home and such and such. I still got such and such. Let me, I take that and you go home." That's what it was.
Okay.
So that is taking a charge, though.
Yeah, in jail.
In jail,
So
not
it's
on the
like
street.
he
Yeah,
lost
yeah.
like 90 days of good time for that. But he already he didn't have, no matter of fact, he didn't have no good time. So him taking the charge didn't hurt him at all. Versus me. But that's a sign of loyalty to me. Like, that mean a lot to me for you to say, "Hey man, I'm gonna do that."
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So I embrace loyalty. Like, that's what I seek in people. So, and ever since then, like, even in situations in jail, you know, when things going on, and he was right there, like front line and center, like, it was whatever. So
That's crazy, because the internet made it seem like y'all was out, he took a charge for you. Well, you didn't get locked up.
Stop
he got
listening
locked
to
up.
the internet.
I mean,
Why
that's
do
what
we
I'm
keep
saying.
listening to the
it's
internet?
cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do what I'm saying. Every time. You see what I'm saying? Like, anybody else do it, it's okay, his partner home. And then I do it. Oh man, look, he didn't get him none, but he took a charge.
Why is that? Why
You
do
ain't have to do nothing.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But, you know,
why do you think they paint you as a villain? Why?
I'm gonna tell you the honest God truth. Maybe because I'm what they want to be. Maybe because the testimony that I got, they wish they had it. A lot of rappers, a lot of people, a lot of scammers, whatever, whoever they are, bloggers, whatever. Like, I feel like they look at, like, you know, everybody want to be a gangster. I don't want to be a gangster. I'm a man. You see what I'm saying? But they look at it like, oh, he really that, and really got the credentials and really got the background and really owned it, but they don't understand that ain't even what it is.
Right.
But I don't care. I let them do them, because people don't listen. You see what I'm saying? But that's why I feel like that. I feel like everybody, like a lot of people wish they had the credentials that I got, and since they ain't got it, they kind of like, ugh. Like whatever,
your
blah.
career and like your trajectory reminds me of like Gucci Mane and how he was in and out of jail and constantly reinventing himself when he came back.
Right.
Like, how are you constantly reinventing yourself, and how did you? Because from 14 to now, that's a long time.
It took a long time. It took for me to get tired. It took for me to see that dudes weren't straight. It took for me getting told on. It took a lot. Like, it took a whole lot for me to, you know what I'm saying? Like, mental health issues, everything. Like, it took so much. But when I went to the higher power, like, I don't got a specific God. I just believe that it is a higher power. That's what I believe. So I go to the higher power, and when I went, it just, from that day forward, like, it been up. Like, I ain't letting nothing bother me, nothing sidetrack me.
I'm glad you found that higher power. I was thinking when listening to Get Back. Is it Get Back?
Which one?
You talk about revenge. Hold on. Get even.
Get even.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, do you believe in karma?
Yeah, but when I say certain things, the way people digest it, they don't digest it like my mind do. Like, when I'm talking about getting even, I'm talking about getting even with life.
Being successful.
Yeah, like I already been messed up. Like, I'm getting even with life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like they look at it and digest it a whole different way than I do. But I get it. I get it, and I don't look down on them because of that or think no different. But that's my real definition of get even. Like, I'm back. Like, it's time to go. Like, you been down, get up, get even.
I don't want to talk about negativity too much, but there was a stampede at a concert you was at. Like, what was your thought process behind that?
I wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Cool when they do it, you see what I'm saying? But they paint me to be the villain. Oh, Finesse 2Tymes show this, that, and the third, because this is my history. This is what been happening. And then it's so crazy because it's things that I can't even prevent. But before I got out of jail, I used to tell my celly all the time, my partner just got out, I said, man, it's certain things that's going to happen when I get out there that I ain't going to be able to stop.
That's right.
I was like, it's going to hurt. It's going to, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be all right.
Especially when you're a gangster rapper. If you're a gangster rapper and they say somebody heard gunshots, which hasn't been proven.
No, it wasn't even gunshots.
Yeah.
It was probably, I think something fell and it sounded like a gun and people started running. That's what I heard. You know what I'm saying? But I was 2 hours away, on my way here. So people, Finesse 2Tymes concert, automatically. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I overcome it.
All right, condolences to the family too.
Most definitely. How
much do you credit TikTok for your success?
Oh, a lot, man. Listen, I never thought, like, cause you know, in a joint, I had access to a joint, so I'm like, my little girl, you like, Daddy, get on TikTok, you know, while I'm in the joint. I'm like, nah, I'm not getting on. I used to go on and look at it, I'm like, I ain't doing this silly. Then when I got out, I'm like, this really the way to finesse this the way in. Like, I'm seeing dudes like really get on behind TikTok. So I'm like, you know, I ain't got no pride. So I don't even, you know, jail will break that. Yeah, jail will break that. Like, it'll get you to the point where, man, I don't care what you got to say about me. I'm a man. Like, I'm finna live. Man, I don't care what nobody got. I'm living like, all right, and what? Yeah, I got security.
You should.
But
keep you from going back to jail.
But from where I come from, we don't think like that.
You were against security.
Most definitely.
Did you have a bad experience with security?
Yeah, my own security told on me.
Okay.
What you mean?
He snitched on me. Like, he was one of the reasons why I was in the feds.
Damn. So
I'm traumatized because of the whole security, but it's like, I understand the risk.
Yeah.
I understand that this is the, you're going to have to take some chances, some risks to be who you want to be. It is what it is.
Give us more context. Give us more context. What happened with the security snitch on you?
Man, some things happened. Some things went down. He's, you know what I'm saying? And he said, I done it. Put it like that. Some things went down, you know what I'm saying? And he said, I done it.
Did you do it?
You're not going to say yes.
No, this was the thing. They could prove that I did something.
Okay.
But they couldn't prove that I did that. So he was trying to put his issue on me. But if he wouldn't have never brought his issue up, they would have never been able to prove what I done. You get what I'm saying? So he led them to me.
So how do you look at, you know, because it seems like in the industry, people are talking now.
Right.
Snitches is prevalent. It's
Right.
It's not. It's
Man,
it's almost cool.
cold-blooded.
So how do you?
It
look
is
at,
cool. Crime
Nah.
prevention is cool.
Nah. Hey, guess what? I'm gonna tell you. Go ahead. I'm gonna
That's
let
what I was
you go.
going to ask. So what are your thoughts on that, especially in the music industry, especially with everybody we see
With
everybody going through
snitching,
cases?
I don't condone snitching. Why? Because this is my thing. If you in the streets, you doing your thing, you slanging iron, you doing this, that, be a man. It ain't about being no real end. It ain't about being no gangster. It ain't about be a man. You was in the street selling dope. When you get caught, man up.
I agree.
Take your charge, sit on it. Don't go say, oh, I'm finna go tell on such and such to get a lesser time. You ain't, that's being less than a man.
I agree.
You see, so that's my thing. It ain't about snitching. Like, I get it because I'm not gonna look at him as a snitch or him or like because
me.
Or you know
I'm
what I'm saying? I'm just saying exactly. You see what I'm saying? People, civilians.
Yes.
People who live law-abiding life. Like, I can't be mad at the old woman for coming to court on me and look at her and say, "Oh, this rat old lady." Like, it is what it is.
Right.
I was slipping. And got caught. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't look at it like that. If you was doing what you were doing, you were hanging with cool then. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's how.
So
I
do you
look
really
at
look at the security as a snitch? Because he was a civilian, technically. He was just doing a job.
it. Yeah, but we done had hard to hards. Like, bro, I just got the penitentiary, bro. Like, you can't let me go down no matter what. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the bag. Don't fumble me. Like, don't.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying, but we out here and we in these clubs and things popping off and we having to do what we got to do to make it home. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he felt like he did what he had to do to make it home.
I think that snitch conversation is interesting because in the record you got with Gucci Mane, he says, the streets is the industry is over.
Right.
I was just like, dang, what does this mean for people
Yeah, what
like
the fuck
us?
does that mean? The streets is the industry is over.
Yeah, it's dead. Like, it's over with. Like, the way it's going now, and then it's so crazy because you would never know the real personality of these dudes, especially because they got money, they can hide now. They got fame, they can hide now, you know, and the fame worse than the money. You know what I'm saying? So, but
What do you mean by worse?
it's worse because like you got dudes in the streets who having money who ain't having no problems, but it's not known.
That's right.
They don't have no problem. They
Man.
move like they want
Lord have
to
mercy.
without security. They got money though. They pay. They move out. But the fame, like you got guys who famous on TikTok right now, broke. But guess what? A dude will run up on them and found them just to get some likes.
Right.
Or want to harm them just to put them on the internet.
That's right.
So the fame is worse than the money to me.
Like, I would love to be the man who invented toilet paper. Or the woman who invented napkins, for real.
Filthy rich and
think how
walk
much money
outside,
they're
nobody
making.
knows
And
who
nobody
it
know
is.
who they is.
That's, oh, Lord have mercy.
Nobody know who they are. So, you know.
So, question: you rich now? You home? Are you on the road? You hear somebody broke in your house? Alarm went off. Who you calling?
The ADT gonna call him.
ADT calling 911 for you. ADT is gonna call 911 for you.
Are you gonna let them hold the tape as part of the investigation? If they be like, look, I need to see the video from the house to see who broke in, whatever.
I'm gonna let my spouse take over from here. I'm gone. I'm gonna let my spouse take over from here. I appreciate y'all making sure my house straight.
Jesus.
Hilarious. Man, what is it about Memphis, man? What is in the water, man, in Memphis, man? That got, I mean, because y'all got some fun. I've been saying y'all been running the rap game for at least the past 3 years.
Right. I think it's the production. I think it got a lot to do with the production, the bounce. I think it got a lot to do with, you know what I'm saying? Because like when you hear a Memphis artist, the first thing you do is this. You nod your head. Like, you know, when you hear some up north guys, you kind of just nod, like it kind of give you just a groove. But when you hear that down south, that Memphis, like it kind of give you a bop, like you know what I'm saying. And Memphis got a real bop, like you know what I'm saying.
Y'all
Like
can rap though.
Yeah.
Like brothers in Memphis can rap.
Yes.
Like Gotti
Girls
can
too.
rap.
Yes, girls too.
Glorilla can rap.
Yeah,
yeah.
Pooh
Let
Shiesty
it
can
glow.
rap.
Yes.
Like y'all rap.
Yes, like we rapping, like and we saying something that even if it ain't super hard, we gonna make it sound like it's. You know what I'm saying? Even if it ain't a cold punchline, we gonna make it sound good. You know what I'm saying? And it's just part of the bop. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, everybody got their own little, you know, Louisiana got their thing, and Memphis just got their own little sound, like, and it's taking over.
I still don't feel like y'all being recognized the way y'all should. Like when people talk about Atlanta or they talk about in New York, I'm like, yo, you got to put Memphis in that same conversation as
I feel like it's coming.
Okay.
I feel like because it's so much, we coming together. It's coming together so strong. Like from Gotti to Bag to me to Black Youngster, like everything is coming together. Glow, everything is coming together, and it's like that's why like big shout out to Yo Gotti, like for like really making it possible, like for a lot of guys, and you know what I'm saying, because it's a lot of guys in the city that got sound that's coming. You see what I'm saying, and soon Memphis gonna be the mecca. You know what I'm saying?
How big? Okay.
I was gonna say, Memphis right now has to go through Atlanta to pop. Would you say?
No,
No,
not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Right now, you don't have to pop. You don't have to go to nobody. You can sit on your phone and pop. For real.
You're signed to Rap a Lot, right?
Yeah, I have a partnership with Rap a Lot.
Partnership. So how did that happen?
Oh, I was in prison. You know what I'm saying? And I met Jay Prince Jr. You know what I'm saying? Through Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because I had mapped the whole play out. You see what I'm saying? I wanted to deal with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted because I didn't want to get out and do what everybody else was doing. I knew
either signing the Gotti or
but you know, big ups, like, you know what I'm saying, like, but I wanted to do something. I wanted to bring, like, I knew I was coming from the dead. I wanted to kind of bring something from the dead, and then when I finally got to meet them, they were actually ready to reconcile. Like they was doing everything I needed them to do. Wasn't nothing before I signed paperwork. Before I signed anything, they was sending money, moved my mama. So, you know what I'm saying?
Rap-a-lot?
Yes.
Wow.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So a lot of things, that's why I said it's crazy that I'm a part of Rap-a-Lot and they get the publicity that they get.
The bad rap.
Yeah, because it's crazy how the internet do it. Because I go and I see different things. Like I'm in Houston and I'm in Fifth Ward and I'm in other places and I'm seeing these people do for kids. And I'm seeing these people pay for boxing lessons and I'm seeing it. So when they get ridiculed, I be like, I get it though, because that's how I am. I'm the villain, so I get it. But I take my hat out to them because they keep stepping.
Well, the internet never knows the full story about nothing.
Right. Nah.
They get bits and pieces of everybody's life, and then they take those little pieces and put it together and try to paint a whole picture.
Right.
And you got two colors.
Right.
know
Most
what I'm
definitely.
saying?
Most definitely. But that's why I salute them, because it take a strong-hearted and a strong-minded person to be able to take what society dish at them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You do a lot in the community too, though. I saw, you gave out clean drinking water in Jackson, talking to the youth at detention centers in Alabama, giving the children of Memphis toys for Christmas. Why is that important for you to do?
I mean, the give back process is like automatic for me. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I understand poverty. Excuse me. I remember them days where rappers or somebody, who they was, came to the hood and gave away. Like, I looked at them like, man, I want to do that one day. Like, he don't even know we need this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I understand when I'm dealing with the people, like, maybe all of them might not pick up something off of it, but one or two people might say, I won't be like him and get back to the community one day, because that's what I did.
Right. That's dope. I'm trying to figure out how you did 15 years in jail, man, and your hairline's so crisp right now. That shit ain't receding at all. How?
You can tell somebody they ain't got no hairline. How it affects them like that.
How you keep that hairline like that, man?
You know what I'm saying? You know, man, I take care of myself. You know?
So you dropped 90 Days last year, and it's really a tough project, and being through, like, having gone through what you went through, I understand the music, like, from your POV. But I want to know, now that you're out and you're up, what can we expect sound-wise from you?
You can expect it to change for, like, the better. You know what I'm saying? A lot of I'm still going to keep it street, but I'm going to take some of the grit out. I'm going to start doing a little bit more for the ladies to let them know, like, you know what I'm saying, that I understand the difference between a H and a woman.
Okay, that's
you know
amazing, because that was my complaint for the project. There was no lady records.
Exactly, like it was. You
Which
got
one?
Lil Baby.
Lil Baby kind of was, but you're still saying at the end of the day, like,
No, don't call my phone unless I'm in your city. You know how we get it, little baby. That's how y'all do.
I don't know who y'all is.
Female.
I was like, I don't know. Then what's the other one?
These days, I feel like women has no space
It just
to say anything about how the man move.
Well, it depends because there's different, like you said, there's different type of women, right? Like all women ain't thinking the same. They're not on the same thing.
But I have to know you a woman first.
Yeah, listening to the project, I thought to myself, like, we got to get him around better people.
Better women.
Better
And
women
that's why
and men. Because men, he's talking about he don't trust nobody. And then the women, you know, he just wants to do back shots all the time. So it's just like.
But listen.
What you
You
mean? You
gotta
don't fuck
find-
face to face?
He got a record
You
that's
want to
like.
look him in the face?
What's the record?
Oh, they not cute. Come on now.
Stop pushing
Yes,
me.
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, but I will.
You ain't never been in love.
He ain't never been.
You ain't been
in
home
love.
8
You can
months. You ain't
tell.
never been.
Nah.
But he said his spouse.
That's why I told y'all, like, I'm a transition a little bit. I'm starting to understand the difference. You got to understand, like, I only been home 8 months from a 5-year bid. So the mentality that I had, you got to understand, it wasn't 100% that I was going to come home and blow up. So either I was going to sell dope or I was going to give me some, and I was going to get on the track with it. I was going to pop my pee out.
Some horse.
Bingo.
And be a pimp.
Because
They call that sex trafficking now.
if I had to,
Yeah,
if I had to, but I don't have to no more.
Right.
And I
Thank God.
understand. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm approaching the game. You know, I'm dropping music that I done wrote.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? And I feel like I can still say it and rap it because I lived it before. So people who know me, they gonna say, oh, he lying. But the people who don't know me gonna look at like y'all gonna say, oh, this dude is a monster. Until you meet me and be like, all right.
I ain't gonna say
No,
that.
I don't
I'm
think
talking
you're
about far as on females.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like
but-
how the women, you know
I
what
don't
I'm
even
like?
think you're a monster. I just think you need to be around better people.
Women?
Yeah.
And guys, you said because
And men too,
you don't
yeah,
trust
because of
nobody.
the trust issues. But I do want to know what happened between you and Erica Banks.
Oh shit.
Since we're talking about the women.
It's cool when they do it.
I'm put like this. I'm put like this. I'm put like this. I'm
Okay.
put like this. I'm put like this. It was something I wanted to do, and you know what I'm saying. The age thing. That's the thing I didn't understand. Like
She older than you?
Nah, she younger than me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know I'm a man. So when I wake up in the morning and me and my woman get up, when I get up, my woman get up, cause it's time to cook, it's time to have some sex, it's time to clean up. And when you get up and you get in your phone, I don't like that. Don't get straight in your phone when you're around a man. You know what I'm saying? When you get up, you're going to get up and take care of your man, then get in your phone.
You're not getting up and getting straight into your phone too,
No,
though, right?
no, I'm getting up, taking care of my business, and that's what I mean, take care of the business.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, take care of don't jump straight in your phone.
You taking care of business, so you want her to be about her business too.
Most definitely, and everybody around me, not just my woman. If I'm taking care of my business, you need to take care of yours.
By the way, growing up, that's how your daddy used to be. You didn't sleep in when your daddy was home. You got your ass up and acting like you was doing something. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my look on it.
I think I read somewhere that you said she was too manly. What did that mean?
No, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean manly. What I meant was like the age thing, like bro, and you know what I'm saying. Like I went with it. Like I'm a man, so don't say.
We talked about that the
I'm
other day,
like,
bruh.
But you don't really
do that.
mean that you're bro. It's
Don't
just like
do that.
a,
If we, no, we can't be having sex.
It's a new
You call
generation
me bro, like,
because Charlamagne and I was talking about that. He said his daughter called him bro the other day.
But I stopped her. Like, you call me her daddy. Don't call me bruh. She was like, bruh.
Yeah, you
It
don't
took me a
do
while
that.
to even think she was talking to him.
But my son called my wife bro one day, and my wife said the same thing. Like, who you calling bro?
Yeah.
Nah, that's what we say, but you don't call me bro.
it's
Yeah,
really
right.
nothing
Do that.
personal.
Nah, but I'm your parent. Like, don't
Okay,
do that.
parents, sure, but even with partners.
no, I'm a man.
Okay.
Bruh.
Oh man,
Damn,
because
bruh
my
sounds
partner
crazy.
ain't gonna call me nothing different than what I expect him to call me.
I mean, look, in your relationship, it's fair to have your standards and your
Most
boundaries
definitely.
of what you want.
I'm not
So
going to call my
that's-
wife sis.
Exactly.
You know
You see what I'm saying?
But nobody says sis. Nobody says sis.
Nah,
Everybody says
but
bruh.
yes, they do. People say sis. My brother say sis all the time. He called my gal sis. What's up, sis?
Yeah.
Some things just be out of force of habit.
No, you don't do it.
She
You-
work in a
don't say
male
bruh.
But guess what?
She
Okay.
work in a male dominated industry. She probably says bruh a lot. So
Nah, but guess what? 8 out of 10 women I done met that was 27, 28, 29, 30 years old, they don't call men bro.
Do you think that's just some young woman?
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, it's just so, and it wasn't no big issue. It was just like, don't do that.
Yeah.
And then when you do it again, don't do that.
And also as a partner, I want my partner to call me something a little more intimate.
Baby,
Yeah.
Man, that
Yeah.
bro just
You know
sounds
what I'm saying?
crazy.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
like you make me feel like you just the partner.
Yeah, imagine y'all making love and she's like, bruh.
Yeah.
Oh, bruh.
Or you get up from having sex and she say, "Why then, bro?"
That's kind of crazy.
All right.
Well, Finesse 2Tymes.
Kind of crazy.
We appreciate you for joining us, bro.
I appreciate y'all for having me, bro.
All right, it's Finesse 2Tymes is the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.